Hey guys, Filmington here again. It is Monday mail day. Got a few things in the mail, not entirely sure what to expect. I can tell from the package sizing that I probably have a couple singles and a couple boxes of cards. So let's start this up. This one, the shipping cost almost 30 bucks on it, so probably got to be a decent card, right? I don't know who would pay that much for shipping. Jeez. Alright, so I already know what this one is, and I guess it does make sense of all cards, it would be this one that would have expensive shipping. Because it did cost a pretty penny. It is not baseball. It is a Charizard 1999 Pokemon First Edition PSA 7 near mint. It's got pretty nice centering. It's hard to find Charizards in this condition. I believe first condition cards, they made about 10,000 prints of them. And there's about 2,000 Charizards that are listed in the registry. Of those, about 200 are PSA 10s. I believe most come back, either 8s or 9s. But 7s are still going for quite a pretty penny. A lot of people might tell me that I'm an idiot for buying this. That Pokemon's a fad, will go away, and then this card will be worth nothing. I see this as the holy grail of Pokemon cards. Being a Charizard, being first edition. Now they're mass-producing Pokemon cards, but collectors all over the world are going to always remember this. This is not including grown-ups now that have that nostalgia feeling of going back, and collecting them again like they've done with baseball cards. Pokemon Go was a fad last year, and I believe that's what helped prices tick up to where they are now. And Pokemon Go is still quite popular, just doesn't hit the headlines as much. But I don't know. I see the shrinking population of baseball fans. I see the aging population of baseball fans and baseball card collectors. That doesn't bode well for either vintage baseball or modern cards, to be honest. So I think that a holy grail card in Pokemon is potentially a better investment than, say, a 1950s Willie Mays card. Now, I selectively did not say Willie Mays rookie card because I don't know if I can make that statement yet, but I just don't know if there's enough to say that these things are a bubble. So clearly PSA 10s would be the way to go, but those go for about 25 grand now. So that's why I went with a 7. I also picked up a couple other of these. So I just see it as diversifying my risk. If I'm going to be a baseball card dealer or sports card dealer, I just think that there's enough attributes of this that make it different and potentially make it safer as an investment. So that's my rationale behind that. So I wasn't expecting to go into that because I forgot that I was still owed a Charizard card in the mail. But again, I do have 3 of those, all PSA. As I believe I have a PSA 3, a 7, and an 8. All right, next card. Back to baseball. This is what you guys actually care about, right? If you've followed all of my videos, you know that I am a huge Bregman collector and investor. Even after the World Series, I did sell many of my cards during the World Series or during the playoff run. But Bregman is only 24 years old. He just had his second full season where he had more walks than strikeouts. He hit 30 home runs. He has a little bit of speed. If you look at the Geek Stats, which is how MVP voting goes these days, and Hall of Fame voting probably will go if it hasn't already turned that way. WAR, RC+, weighted OBA, all of those stats. If you look at what Bregman did this year, sure, he didn't finish top 3 in the MVP voting because of what Betts, Trouts, and Jose Ramirez did, but I believe, based on Geek Stats, he had a better season than what Altuve did in 2017. And if you remember, Altuve blew away the competition. If there was a Major League Baseball MVP, he would have won it over Stanton a year ago. And like I said, I think Bregman, what he showed, it was actually higher on a WAR scale. I know, in fact, a couple of those WAR stats did lean in Bregman's favor. I did not check all of them, but he had quite the year. And will he be the leader in 2019 for the Astros? I think so. Altuve is going to have a bounce-back year. He was banged up. Correa, he was banged up, and he's in a new relationship, I guess. I talked to a few people in Houston. They said that they think that his new wife might be having an adverse effect on his stats. But I still have high hopes for Correa. I still have high hopes for Altuve, and even George Springer, and he's a very clutch hitter himself. But I think Bregman is a terrific player. So just because he could be a little overshadowed next year, it doesn't take away from who he could be as a overall Major League player. Andrew Benintendi is a good parallel there too. Clearly number 3 in the pecking order, probably will be next year too. But Benintendi, I think he could be a Hall of Famer. Now I think Bregman has shown more power at a younger age to be better luck at a Hall of Famer, and I think his card values are showing that today. But I think Bregman's card values are still pretty cheap. He does have 3 first-year Bowmans that all have autographs. 2010, 2011, the USA cards where he's not wearing a Major League jersey, but those do have a first Bowman on them. So I have quite a bit of those too, but I think his 2016 is the best bet. These cards continue to sell for more than the 2010 and 2011s, and I think Bregman's just going to get better. Like I said, more walks than strikeouts at age 24. Who else does that? I mean, did Joey Votto even do that when he was that young? I don't know. And with baseball cards, a lot of the times, their value is linked to power more than it would be speed or batting average, and he's already shown that 30 home run season. Going back to Geek Stats, a lot of people like Arenado. A lot of people think Nolan Arenado, his cards are undervalued. Even given that he's playing half his games at Colorado and his splits are pretty lopsided, he does a lot better hitting-wise at Colorado. I think the last 2 years, he didn't even put up a 500 slugging on the road. So even giving Arenado a little bit of bump because he plays half his games in Colorado, Bregman already put together a better statistical season in 2018 than Nolan Arenado has ever had. So think of that. Put that through your head, and then tell me that Alex Bregman isn't overrated or overvalued right now. So I just wanted to say that. And I love Nolan Arenado. And you know what? Defensively, he's a lot better than Bregman. He's probably the best in the game. But all-around stats, Bregman just had a better season than Arenado ever had. And Arenado's had 3 or 4 really good seasons. He's probably had 4 seasons with 40-plus home runs and 130-ish RBIs. He's a stud. And Arenado will probably continue to get better himself, too. So don't want to take away anything away from Arenado. Phenomenal player. Just Bregman is a generational type guy, I think. So, all right, next couple purchases. Again, these 2 will probably be boxes. This might even be a Christmas gift that I accidentally put here. Just kidding. No, it's from like something collectible, so I know it's got to be something good that you guys want to see. All right. Just a 2017 Topps Heritage Minor League Baseball box. These things have gone up since last year. I'm not sure what they were selling at last year, but 2018s are only selling for like $45 right now. But this one, comparatively, is loaded versus the 2018 minor league box. I don't know if I'll be repackaging these. I think I might hold it. I don't know if I'll even bust it open. It was about $80. I bought it on eBay because I got it for like $78, and I'm like, well, anything under $80 is a steal for this product. Look at Steel City Collectibles or blowoutcards.com, and you won't find it for under $80, even during the Cyber Week specials. So happy to pick that up. That gives me, I believe, 2 or 3 of those boxes. I think 2, actually. And then I have another box. Let's see what this is. I have a guess, but it's probably wrong. Oh no. All right, good. It's baseball cards. So I made a video recently about how the 2015 Bowman Chrome box is the best investment now. And I made a comment on that video that the limited time special that it was going at, I think, $150 per box, and you could only buy one per household. So that's how I got this. To get free shipping, I did buy another box of cards. But I have another video that elaborates on why I think this is the best box. There are first-year Bowman Chrome autographs of Andrew Benintendi, who we talked about briefly, Gleyber Torres, Ozzie Albies. So those are three guys that came off really slow or poor second-half performances. I think they're all good buy low candidates. And with buy low candidates in a product, when you buy the box, you're going to get a buy low box potentially. So you have those three guys, along with Walker Buehler, and there's many others that I'm forgetting. Rafael Devers is also in this product, his first-year autograph. Let me think. I'm missing a major one. Oh yeah, Cody Bellinger. He had sort of an off year for at least Cody Bellinger standards, or for Cody Bellinger fans. He didn't quite do what he was expected to. Still put up a 3.6 WAR. Still a very good season for most players, just not for him. Then you have a bunch of other players in there like Ahmed Rosario, Scott Kingery, Kyle Tucker. Want to go a little bit deeper? Alex Reyes, Christian Stewart, and there's a few other guys in there, but Ian Happ. So, and these are all first-year autographs. And there's also autographs, not first-year, but autographs of Aaron Judge and Francisco Lindor. So you get 2 autographs in this box. How many packs? 4 cards per pack, 18 packs per box. So that gives you 72 cards with 2 autographs. You hit on one of those big 5 guys that I listed. You're making back most of your money. Would I open this? Just because I say it's a good investment doesn't mean I'll open this. It's definitely going to be worth more unopened. But if you were to open one, I guess it wouldn't be the best. It's going to set you back $150 to $170. I believe at Blowout Cards it's selling for at least $170 now. On eBay, you're not going to find it for any cheaper than $220, I believe. I don't know if there's any auctions currently, but buy it nows. I don't even know if you could. Maybe you could make an offer on one of the listings, or a couple of the listings, but those are at like $250 now. So I don't think you're really going to beat $175 right now. I actually believe I did make an offer on one of the listings. I offered to buy, I think it was a lot, and I tried to see if I could get it at like 160 per, and then we were way off. Like I think you wanted like 185 or 190 for each box. So you're probably not going to beat 190 per box outside of Blowout Cards, but great investment, I think. Watch my video on that. I posted it last week. And then we have another 2017 minor league baseball box. So we already saw that one. You already heard a little bit about my rationale, and that I have 2 boxes. Acuna has a beautiful auto. I know it's just a minor league auto, but it's going for in PSA 10 upwards of 250, 275. And that's not the limited one. He's got one number to 75 and I believe one number to 25 in there. Going for costing a pretty penny. I love Acuna. I think his values are going to continue to trend upwards as we enter February, March, April. I think this guy could be a top 5 player in the game for the next 10 years. If we were to flash forward 10 years in time, and if we would know that one of the players that would be playing currently would be a top 5 player of all time. Now, this is like really bold, me talking about this, because right now only Trout would really be in that category, if he's even considered by all of you. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that Juan Soto and Ronald Acuna, those 2 guys, probably more so Acuna right now, but they have the potential. Now, this is potential. It's not, very likely, but they have the potential to just be all-time greats, I think. So we'll see. The jury's still out on that, but Acuna could be a guy that a lot of people are shying away from. They think that their values are inflated. Like with Tupac, I think what he said to Biggie one time was, when you're on top, the only place you have to go is down. Well, with Acuna, I think he could still rise a little bit, especially as we come towards the preseason. I think card values will probably trend up the first week of February-ish, based on message boards that I've looked at that's what happened in 2017. So I might start listing some on eBay, and it's always good when the demand's higher than the supply. You just have to time it right, because you might only have a window about a week before people notice that. So definitely going to be looking forward to moving some of that Acuna stuff February through April, and probably holding some because I still think that he's going to have a great year in 2019. All right. So that is it with me. Hopefully you liked what you saw. Like, subscribe, send me a comment. Take it easy.